Welcome into the recap of the Cubs' 7-2 victory over the Pittsburgh Pirates and Paul Skeens, their ace, tonight in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by our great partners at Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, where every Lakeside client has their own Lakeside banker. That's why I've been a client for more than 20 years. My banker is Phil Cacciatore. Get your own at Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. How about that? Cubs win last night big, and tonight they knock out Paul Skeens. They find a way to win a baseball game by a final of 7-2. Colin Ray was very, very solid. The bullpen does enough, and the offense comes through big time. And Ian Happ, welcome back, buddy. Nice job. 2 nights in a row in his hometown of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Let's get into it. It's also brought to you by our great partners at Tasty Trade. Stocks, crypto, futures, options, whatever you trade, you should always trade it at the platform known as tastytrade.com. Cubs got going in the 4th tonight. You know when you get to the ballpark and Paul Skeens is on the bump, it's going to be a tough night. But Colin Ray hung in there. A gutty performance. And then the offense, when they had to get a big hit in a big spot, we talk about it here on the recap all the time, they do just that. 4th inning, Seiya Suzuki. He gets a base hit to center. It was a flare, but he got it out there. He brings in Michael Busch, 1-0 Chicago. And then in the 6th, Ian Happ with an infield hit. That brings home Michael Busch. There's a throwing error by Jared Triolo at first base as well, but he was beating it. There's no question. Happ is hustling down the line. And then Seiya Suzuki, a force out. That brings in Bregman, and it's a 3-0 Cubs lead. Pirates are not done. They come back. Bottom 6, Brian Reynolds with a solo home run, his 5th of the season. And then Tyler Callahan, a double to deep center that Seiya almost caught. He crashes into PCA. Fortunately, PCA was able to keep his balance, picks up the ball, and gets it back in. But it does score a run. Garcia is plated, and it is a 3-2 ball game. And then you need a big hit in a big spot. You've got to keep them at bay, and you got to go, get out of here, Pittsburgh. You're not winning tonight. Ian Happ, a 2-run jack, Bregman aboard. He rips one out. It's a home run, and the Cubs take a 5-2 lead. Seiya later in the 8th would score on a pass ball. Bregman in the 9th would hit into a force out, and PCA would score. And he made a Javi Baez move as he's coming in. Boom, he'll be going backdoor with the other arm. Out at the plate, and he's immediately going like this. Challenge it. Craig Counsell does. Call overturned. Safe. PCA is there, and the Cubs win it by a score of 7-2. Player of the game, gotta give it to Ian Happ. This dude was ice cold, and he said today on the pregame, I heard all the noise out there, and I've been in tougher spots than that. Well, guess what? You were ice cold. You're smoking hot the last 2 days. Ian Happ is our Gallagher player of the game. He is 3 for 5, 2 RBIs, and he just did a really, really nice job tonight with big, big plays in big-time spots. So the Gallagher player of the game, Ian Happ, since 1927. Gallagher serving Chicago, partnering with businesses of every size to provide insurance, risk management, and people strategies. Learn more at ajg.com. If you look at the box score tonight, folks, it will make you very happy as a Cubs fan because you'd lost 10 in a row. You found a way last night to bludgeon them, and then you think, oh boy, now we got to play Skeens. Guess what? They're able to get the bat on the ball. That dude's a beast. He is. But the Cubs are able to manufacture enough offense to knock him from the game. You had PCA with a hit and a run scored and a walk. He is continuing to have really good at-bats. Nico Horner, a 1 for 4. Bregman, a 1 for 5 with an RBI. I gave you the Happ numbers. 2 for 5 for Seiya Suzuki with 2 RBIs. And then the rest of the offense really didn't do very much. But it was enough for a 7-2 victory to be dropped off at the doorstep of the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's our Sinus and Snoring MD inside the box score. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. Cubs win big. The White Sox won today. It's all good for Chicago baseball, and I don't snore because of Sinus and SnoringMD.com. Quick look at the starting pitching matchup. It's brought to you by our great partners at Hooters. Try the wings, they're amazing. Colin Ray, he's 5-3, 5 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs there, earned 5 Ks, 3 walks, did allow the 1 home run to Reynolds. Milner, Thielbar, and Thornton finished it off, and I thought Caleb Thielbar, in some tough spots, made some really, really important big pitches to get out of an inning. Skeens, well, Paul Skeens, 5 1/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, 10 Ks, 3 walks, and they finished it off with Montgomery, Vitals, and Ramirez. Cubs win, baby! They get it done. What's next? The Dirty Birds, the Cardinals. Cubs in St. Louis. It's our Studio 41 home design showroom. Cubs look ahead. They did this beautiful kitchen. They can do yours too. And you got 3 in St. Louis. You got 2 nationally televised games. Saturday on Fox, Sunday on NBC and Peacock. I'll actually be doing the post-game show with Lou Canellis on NBC 5 on Sunday night. So tune in, Sports Sunday. And then the Athletics come to town, and then a whole bunch of Giants and Rockies here and there over the next couple of weeks. But maybe, just maybe, they're turning things back around in a very positive direction. Cubs win, baby! They get it done! And Ian Happ, nice job, kid. Take that.